Hello and welcome to the Luxury Lounge. That's right, every Thursday we head in the lounge, we shut the door, and we air our grievances with the world. And there's no grievance that's too big or too small or too frivolous. It is your problem, and it shall be heard. Now, welcome back to the lounge. I want to thank you for being a listener or a watcher on YouTube. Before we start anything, the Netflix special, this comes out, when does this come out? This comes out next week on the 10th. So we are in the countdown. We're 5 days away. August 15th. Here's what I need you to do. Set the reminder on your Netflix. Search my name. I didn't even know you could do this. Is how it's not like I got like Mr. Netflix with his sunglasses on calling me being like, make sure you have him set the reminder. They really haven't told me anything. I think I'm like a penny in a wishing well to them. They're like, oh, we'll give this stupid comedian some money for a special and we'll see what happens. I feel very much a pawn in this great game of ours, and I need you, I need the listeners, I need the OKPs, the original key players. Set the reminder on your Netflix account, set it on your parents' account, set it on your aunts, your uncles, your sisters, your brothers, your mamas, your papas, anyone with an Netflix account. Set that reminder so that I just want to hit the algorithm once in my life. I want to ride that wave. I want to feel the wind in my hair. I just some people go viral, and I've had things take, I feel like, this is, now I start crying. No, I just know, I've never had that wave. I don't know. Right, Shelby? You agree with this? We've been climbing the mountain to, trying to make it up in this crazy mixed up world. So we need you, the listener, the watcher on YouTube. Support the special. It's called 37 and Single. It's going to be out on the 15th. I'm nervous. I'm excited. I'm all sorts of emotions all wrapped into a stomachache that turns into a poop. So go and set the reminder on your Netflix account. I'm looking at my dates right now. I'm on the road. So the special is a completely different hour than what I'm doing on the road. This is what I'm most, actually, that's what I'm most proud of, is that someone could watch a special and then come to a show and see a whole new hour of material, which, listen, I'm not saying everyone does that, and some people don't. Some people, they tape a special, they go on vacation, they're out in Hawaii and just hanging in the water. No. I went right back to the office, straight back to the office, and I started scribbling away my funnies, okay? So we got a whole new hour. I'm in Raleigh, the weekend of the special premiere. So I'm in Raleigh, Lexington, Colchester, Connecticut. That's been added. I'm at a winery. Yeah, I'm doing winery shows. That's right. I'm going out to fields to do shows. What am I doing? Providence, Atlanta, Huntington, New York, which is in Long Island. If you're on Long Island, that's a big theater. And I keep looking at that seat map. We got some issues. It might be me and just one dude in a fucking Mets jersey. So Huntington, New York, Seattle. Seattle's selling out. I'll be honest with you. I'm not going to cry poor all the time. Seattle, good job. Charlotte, Philadelphia, D.C., Baltimore, San Diego, Boston. So jaredfree.com for tickets. Very excited about today's guest. Hilarious comic, new to the JCU. We've got, the JTrain cinematic universe. Right. Luke Mones, thank you for coming on.
Thanks for having me, man. It's an honor and a priv.
It's good. I love when people abbreviate, so you're already in the right spot. Oh, totes abbreviate everything on perp.
Oh, bro. My goodness.
Yeah,
wow, I'm not even ready.
Fire here.
I'm just a priv guy.
Yeah, just on priv. I've never heard privilege. Priv is good to breathe.
People say privy. Privy is the English bathroom term. So I think people are hesitant to say priv, but I say
Wait,
priv.
Privy is actually...
oh, you're going to go to the privy? It's like...
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Are you worldly?
No. But I know privy. I watch Game of Thrones.
Okay, so that's where it's from?
It's from... Do you watch Game of Thrones?
No.
Did you watch it?
No, I never. I never got into it, and then I was so far behind that I never. It felt like homework.
For sure, dude. It's too much. Don't get into it now.
Right, now it's too much. I can't sit on the couch for that long. It's so much to go. Like, I can't even get through an episode of a show without going, like, you put your finger over the slider to see, like, where this is going.
Oh, yeah.
I do that move.
Oh, me too. Totally. But Game of Thrones, you're looking at, if you include the prequel show they have, you're looking at probably, like, 80 hours.
Yeah,
And
I don't need that in my life.
You can't do that.
I can't. I'm too behind. So where
You got to go
from?
to Huntington. I'm from Portland, Oregon.
You're from Oregon?
Isn't that crazy?
Never saw you as a
I know.
Portland guy.
I know. I'm like Shelby. We're both from Portland.
That's crazy. I don't even think of Shelby as a Portland. I always think of you as a Pittsburgh guy. You've lived all over. Shelby's been riding the rails for years. Just town to town.
With a bindle.
Yeah, bindle. He's got just all of a sudden just showed up at my door, ready to make podcasts. Yeah. It's so you're from Portland.
Yeah, a lot of people. I think I started comedy here, and I think a lot of comics think I'm from here. Think I'm a city boy.
Yeah, you don't. Yeah, I don't know what. I guess you do ring city-ish to me.
Yeah, my dad's whole side of the family is all from here, and so
New Yorkers.
They're all like New Yorkers, like
And they
Bronx
moved
or
to-
Long Island.
they
Yeah,
moved to Portland, Oregon?
Isn't that weird?
It's always weird back then. Now we can
Oh, yeah.
Google. You can see what restaurants you're going to go to.
Totally.
It's all comfy cozy. Like
Yeah.
you're going to go to Portland. You're like, oh, I got a top 10 list. I know where I'm going.
Of
I know the
course.
streets. I got Google Maps.
Everything's kind of the same.
Right. You go to like Millennialville. It's all a bunch of bar tacos.
Right. Exactly.
Then I always think of
know.
them as like Lewis and Clark. Like,
100%. We're talking about the 80s. It's like I don't even know if they knew where they were going.
So-
They probably just spun it. It was like you were spinning a globe back then. I don't even think people were making decisions.
which has some excitement to it. Like I do, there's a little piece of my brain that's like spin the globe, point it on a map. I want to go, but then I go,
Yeah.
do they have Wi-Fi? You
Of
know, like
course.
I don't feel safe in that.
My fear with spinning the globe is what if you stop it and you end up in the middle of the ocean and then you have to go to the middle of
You
the
got to
ocean.
go swim
Because
Gotta
I'm
take a
not
dip.
gonna not go where I end.
So you would go.
Well, you have to. You're spinning the globe.
Well,
I mean, what are we talking about
I
here?
live by my. You can break your own rules. You know?
Oh, well, good luck with that. I'm a man of my
Wow.
word.
Wow, that's. I mean, we're privy to some real Luke Mones.
That's right, yeah.
Character.
Yeah, maybe that's just like serious OCD that if I spin the globe, I'm like, I have to go to Siberia.
I think that is serious OCD.
Yeah, I should probably go to the hospital. But privy,
How tall are you?
6'5".
6'5".
6'5". Yeah, tall Jew. Talljew.com.
You're Jewish?
Oh yeah.
I didn't. I. This is a shocking episode.
I think I'm
of the
throwing a
Luxury
lot
Lounge.
of information to
Yeah,
you. You're like, I
Jewish
don't believe
Portland?
this. Yeah. Yeah.
And
I don't have any feet.
no feet.
I'm just
Feetless.
trying to think of crazy things. Yeah, I have fish fins for arms.
Wow, if you're listening, you have quite a.
Oh, right,
6'5".
there's video.
Yeah, there's video too. We
Jesus.
can see that you have arms.
Damn it.
So Luke Mones, everyone
Yeah.
should go follow. You got a podcast. You got
I'm starting a pod, but for now, I think when does this come
the
out?
best way to go. August 10th.
Okay, so
5 days
just
before my
follow me
special
on all
on
this.
Netflix.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
37 and single. It all comes back to me. In the Luxury
Best thing
Lounge.
to do is just watch the special, but then also follow me on the things. It's just my name.
At Luke Mones.
Except for, I'll say this: I'm having some real trouble with YouTube. You know this handles thing on YouTube? Are you aware of this?
I got a word that they were gonna like. YouTube is basically trying to like TikTok themselves.
Well, everybody's TikTokifying
Yeah.
their whole platform, but what YouTube did is they basically said your YouTube name is now your @ handle, and they
Yes.
forced you to have one, or you could choose one. I was like, great, I'll choose Luke Mones, perfect.
Got
and
it.
then I was like, and they were like, sorry, that's taken, and I was like, oh,
There's another one.
who's this motherfucker? And then I go,
He's
it's nobody. It's nothing, and I'm like, well, then what's going on here?
Someone squat on it.
Well,
Maybe that's
yeah, because somebody squatted on my TikTok for 2 years.
So what did you do?
I you know the complaint things that don't work?
Right.
I did those like every couple weeks. And then eventually it worked. Eventually it got over to China.
Yeah.
It got to the Chinese government and they went,
They
we
were
have to
like,
do
"We
something.
gotta
We have an
stop
international
everything."
incident.
Yeah.
And so I've just been I'm Luke Mones on everything, including TikTok now. But
Thank God.
Thank God. I mean, we've all been waiting for this.
My God, we talked about this on the past episode.
I'm sure, and I wasn't going to come on until I was Luke Mones on TikTok.
Yeah.
But I'm Luke Mones Comedy on YouTube, and we're really trying to do everything we can.
Well, you're in the lounge. This is a perfect place for that complaint. You know,
Oh, yeah.
You're
Oh,
right.
yeah.
You're not wrong. I think it's annoying. It's also like to see
Sucks,
that they're
dude.
not using it. It's like
What
at
even
least,
is it?
At least use it.
I know.
Like if it was Luke Mones,
Yeah.
the accountant who does accounting
know.
videos, you go, it's kind of funny. He's not
Yeah.
my accountant. Like I messaged him. Like
it could be a thing. I would respect the grind.
Right.
But this is something else. This is someone just squatting in privacy. They're not. You can't see their page. You go to youtube.com/Luke Mones and your fucking computer shuts down. It's like, it's not real. It folds in on itself. It implodes. It's the submarine. It's crazy.
So at Luke Mones on all platforms except YouTube, where
Thank
he's
you so
Luke
much.
Mones Comedy. Go follow.
Perfect.
We're going to get into the complaints.
Let's do it.
Before we do, we're sponsored. Yeah, we got to pay the bills. Who says you can't vacation at home? With Brooklinen sheets and home essentials, you won't want to leave your bed, much less catch a flight. Brooklinen is the internet's favorite sheets. They have the ideal fabric for every kind of sleeper, from crisp, classic percale. Percal? You're a worldly guy.
First of all, I just know Privy. I'm out on
You're
this.
out on
I don't
this?
want to disrupt the ad flow here.
They have Luxe Sateen, which is buttery smooth. Let me just say this. I love Brooklinen. They've been a sponsor for a long time, so I have a lot of their stuff. They've just sent it. In the beginning, I was like, oh, it's an internet sheets company. You kind of think like internet stuff. You go, is it going to, it's for teenagers, you know, for 20-year-olds.
Right. It's a pun, Brooklinen.
Is it?
Brooklinen.
Oh, Brooklinen. Is that count as a pun?
I believe it's a pun. I
It's
believe their whole
Brooklyn
thing is a pun.
And
I mean, I'm not disparaging the brand. I think it's cool.
It is great, and it's what they've done is they cut out the middleman.
Right.
They were like, we're done with Bed Bath & Beyond. We're not going to the store anymore. We'll send these right to you at a better price. And I knew they made it when my mom started going, have you heard of Brooklinen? My mom, it's mom approved. Like, if it goes on my mom's bed, like my mom, she's not going to do like, you know, the college t-shirt sheets. She's not, you know, she's not in a college dorm room. This is good stuff. This is mom approved.
Sure.
And Wirecutter and Good Housekeeping say that Brooklinen has best in class bedding, and 100,000 5-star customer reviews agree. One of those being my mom. Invest in your comfort and build yourself a home oasis. It all starts with Brooklinen. So shop in-store or online at brooklinen.com today to give yourself the luxurious sleep you deserve this summer. Use promo code JTrain20 for $20 off your online purchase of $100 or more, plus free shipping at brooklinen.com. That's BROOKLINEN.com. Use promo code JTrain20 for $20 off, plus free shipping. brooklinen.com, code JTrain20. So we're here with Luke Mones. We're very excited to have him here. He's a hilarious comic, and we're going to do some complaints. We're in the luxury lounge. If you have a complaint, send it to jtrainpodcast@gmail.com. That's jtrainpodcast@gmail.com. Let's go to my complaint. Hit the music, Shelby. Jared, he has some problems. Jared, he's got some issues to do. Who else would get off his chest right now?
You got a beautiful voice.
Thank you. Jared, Neil Brennan's favorite song. Jared has a issue with
very catchy.
a lot of things that it's a little scatty. Can discuss. Can you relate to the problem?
Whoa.
Now?
Range. Yeah. I feel like early Whitney.
That's right. Jared Whitney Freed. My complaint is when someone pocket DMs you. Okay, the butt dial, the pocket DM. The complaint comes from Shelby, our crackerjack producer. Shelby, I get a message from Shelby. Okay, and the problem comes. It's not the like that he made the mistake. It's that moment of like, why is this being sent to me?
Right.
You know, the confusion,
of course,
the questioning your inner soul, and it's the amount of time between you seeing it. And them going, sorry, butt dial, butt call. All you do, it's a butt dial, butt DM. You go, what have I done? This person's calling me. This person's DMing me.
Right.
I get this from Shelby yesterday. Okay, you ready?
I'm not ready.
This is crazy. It is a ad for pants. I go, and it's like a really. The Opry pant from Taylor's Stitch. I'm not trying to promote them. They look like a comfy pant, but like it was such an odd thing for Shelby. It's a reel.
It's a reel. I thought it was going to be a photo.
It's a reel of these pants that like do look comfortable. I'm like, Has Shelby been noticing my pants? Does he think this is my style? I've never talked to Shelby about clothing. And I'm like, what about this? And I'm watching now, it's like a Where's Waldo? Because I'm watching this Taylor Stitch ad being like, where's the joke in this that Shelby's trying to show me? Yeah. Where's the reference to our relationship? I'm like, is there something in the ad? Like I'm looking at, there's mountains in the background. I'm like, is it in the mountains? You know, like I'm watching this video.
For Shelby in the video.
Right. I thought Shelby got into acting. I don't know.
Sure. I don't know.
And then Shelby, and I'm like, and I just wrote back, like, then you don't know, like, is this a heartfelt, like he wants, I couldn't see anything in the ad.
Right.
So I'm like, is this a heartfelt, like, thing he's, like, does he really think I'd like these pants?
Yeah, I mean.
So I wrote back, they good?
Oh, you went specific, dude.
I just was like, I was like, what is this?
You gave him so much grace. Like, you could have been like, what the fuck?
Right. I could have.
You went, the pants, huh? Are the pants good?
I guess it shows, like, I was like, maybe he really thought these pants were for me.
Yeah.
Again, they do look comfortable. I do think maybe they could fit I don't know. I don't like a pant that's a stretch pant.
Oh, yeah. Well, here's what we have. We have a plague of this right now, and this is this kind of 1B, 1A of your complaint, is we have a plague. I'm not saying it's necessarily a bad thing, but it is a plague of stretchy pants that are pretending to be regular pants.
Well, I totally agree with you, and they're all made by men.
That's right.
I don't like any fashion brand where it's a dude.
Yeah.
It's always like a tech bro.
Yeah.
And it's like, there's not one woman in the ad going, yeah, I would fuck a dude in those.
Yes, of course.
So it's always like this functional thing where it's like, you can wear these pants to the gym, to work, out for a date night, with your, in the fire truck, to go get a cat out of a tree. And you're like, yeah, I get why you think this is good, but where's the woman that wants to fuck me because I wore them?
Right.
They don't
She's
exist.
Not there. Yeah.
It's always like a guy. The one I see all the time is the guy who has the shirt that zips underneath the button.
I don't know this shirt.
This guy's annoying. It's him, and he's like, it's a very big day here at Zipper Shirts Industries, and he's like, we got an exciting new product here, and you're like. And it's like, I don't trust him as far as like all of the, and they're water resistant. You can't stain it. And you're like, no woman wants to fuck a guy in these shirts.
Oh, yeah. No woman is ever like, I want to fuck the guy wearing the jeans that are actually made of yoga pants material.
Right. And it's this like, we have gone so towards function that fashion is gone. And it's all men that are like, this company, I've been waiting for a shirt I could zip up. Yeah. What woman is like, ooh, let me unzip your t-shirt?
I've never even, I can't.
I gotta show you this guy.
Yeah,
I don't know.
This
guy, Shelby, can you find him? And then I guess someone was impersonating him, so he made an ad where he's like, there's a lot of impersonations, and it looks like these, you might think you might be getting the original zipper shirt, but no, that's a fake zipper shirt. And
it's amazing what we're all targeted, because I've never seen Zipper Guy, but I get constant, and it works, and it's I've fallen for it, which is the T-shirt that is like tight here.
Oh,
and
classic
big here.
tees. I've fallen for it too.
Yeah.
Well, those are even more insulting because they're like, "Are you a fat fuck?"
Yeah. Do you have a little belly? Would you like to hide it from women?
Right. Do you like to hide your belly? That's what they say. And you're like, well, I do want all of these things, but I don't want to be called out. Like, how about the shirt will look good on you? Like, why do you have to say, "Hey, chubby, I've been looking for you. You hate your body? Oh, this T-shirt's gonna work." Do you have this guy, Shelby? Zipper shirt guy is annoying.
Zipper shirt guy sounds like he makes the big chubby T-shirt guy look like a saint.
Chubby T-shirt guy, it's actually like, I get what he's going for. I have looked for shirts that are
sure.
I've said it on this podcast. It's either too long or too short. I'm either in a belly shirt or a dress. Like I have no in between. And then we famously called out cuts. They tried to send me shirts, and I had to like. I literally, I complained. I was like, the cuts guy was like, I got shirts for you. I was like, dude, I've tried them on. We're not a match. And he's like, no, I'll send you like a quadruple XL. I'm like, this conversation's fucking over. Like, I'm insulted. Don't send me
you a moo-moo.
Yeah. And I'm like, well, if I'm a quadruple XL, your sizes are fucked. Okay.
Of course, 100%.
We are not the same. You are for it. And I go, I like the shirt I'm wearing now. And then I like looked at, and I'm wearing it right now. And I'm like, what brand is this? Oh, it's Chubbies. I'm a Chubbies guy. I love Chubbies.
Yeah,
I do like
it's a great brand.
So the complaint, I guess, is, so Shelby, but DM me.
Yo, right.
This all comes back to
The pants.
Do you have a complaint, Luke?
Well,
Hold on. Hit the music, Shelby.
Thank you.
It's the guest's turn to complain.
See, this is where we bring
They're
down the house
ready
lights.
to jump in.
Yeah, this is. I feel like there should be smoke entering the
They've
room or
got
something.
lots of problems.
You got problems.
Wow,
too.
I got a lot of
It ain't
problems.
All about Jared. Let's hear their complaint of the day. Let's hear their complaint.
You always think it's gonna
of
end.
the
Right.
day.
I think that's part of the charm.
That's what,
invited on
I
the
want you to
show
see. Sometimes I'll have a complaint ready. I'll be like,
fun
and you get ready to say, you're like, no, give me the extra beat.
Right, and it makes the complaint
Let's
more
hear that
fiery.
Right.
Yeah, you have kind of a sultry tone. to your
Buble-ish.
singing. It's buble. It's lounge. It's nice.
Before we get into your complaint, one day you're sporting luscious locks, and the next you're refusing to take off your baseball cap. You're not alone. 80 million men and women in the U.S. experience thinning hair. It's totally normal, and there's a solution. Try Nutrafol. It's the #1 dermatologist-recommended hair growth supplement that's clinically shown to improve your hair growth, thickness, and visible scalp coverage. I'll bring it back to my mom again. She's a Nutrafol user. She keeps hitting me up. She's seen a difference. She loves it. She keeps asking for more. I've become her Nutrafol pusher. Oh, my God. It has worked for her, and it might work for you. And it works by going beyond genetics to target the root causes of thinning: stress, hormones, nutrition, metabolism, aging, and lifestyle. Hair thinning is different for men and women. That's what I like about this. They're going to give you the one that's right for you. Nutrafol takes your age and biology into account with their multiple unique formulas to give you exactly what you need. It's physician formulated using natural medical grade ingredients, trusted by over 3,000 top doctors. You can grow thicker, healthier hair and support our show by going to Nutrafol.com and entering promo code FEATHER to save $10 off your first month's subscription. This offer is only available to U.S. customers for a limited time, plus free shipping on every order. Get $10 off at Nutrafol.com, spelled Nutrafol.com, promo code FEATHER. Luke, hit it.
Okay, this happened last night, so I feel very electrified by this. I think I'm done with the people openly cracking their knuckles loudly in front of you.
Right.
I think I've had enough.
Did you know the person? Are you friends with the person?
Yeah.
Did you say something?
I said something, I went, oh.
Open disgust.
Yeah, open disgust. Like,
Were they doing it a lot? Like, here's the thing. Do it once.
Yeah.
You got like an issue that you're trying to unkink?
No. We're talking about like it sounded like almost like drums. It was like, well, I guess that's not
Is
drums.
that to me it sounds like a paper being crushed.
Good.
You know,
yes.
like I would
Better.
say that.
Better.
But who was the person? Can you name names?
Yeah, well, in this case, it's a friend of mine, a comic, Sereni Wirasekara. You know her?
No.
She's new to the city. She was
New to the city, called out immediately. Utter disgust. This person's moved to a new town. You're like, ugh.
yeah. Well, I was on a show with her last night, and she was cracking the knuckles, and I said something, and then she was like, "Oh, what? You don't like it?" And I was like, "No."
Right? No, I
don't like it. And here's the thing: it's not just her; it's all it's the knuckle crackers in general.
Right.
They are in open kind of defiance to the people like me who get. I think I was getting like overstimulated. I was going like, ah,
right,
like
right.
a kid. It caused it was like bad ASMR almost.
It also feels like you're trying to intimidate me.
Oh,
Like, it does
definitely.
feel like a little bit of a tough guy thing.
Definitely.
Like, look at me, like, ooh, just gonna crack them open, and you're like, why are we filling the space here? We don't need.
Exactly.
It's a nervous tendency.
I don't mind one pop, but we're talking about.
No, it's enough already.
It's yeah. It sounded like a coffee maker or something, and I was just like, I can't do it. My fingers. I don't make any noises with my hands.
Right.
And if my knuckles ever crack or pop, I'm going to the hospital.
Were you an athlete in high school?
I played basketball.
You had to.
I had to. I was forced to. Basically, they threw me out there like a baby horse. I
Right.
didn't know what I was doing, and I kind of ran around, and then they called me back in. And
That's the plight of being tall.
totally. I remember. I have a distinct memory of being like 15 and being on the basketball court and just making some kind of like horrible mistake.
Yeah.
And then the coach just screaming at me, "Do you want to play?" And I just remember being like, oh, not really.
No,
Yeah.
I'm only here because I'm tall.
I'm here because I'm tall. The only other sport I played, I don't know if this is a sport. This is right on the line.
It's not.
You're
I
right.
get it. Whatever you're about to say. If you go, I don't know if it's a sport. It is not a sport.
It's not a sport. I threw the discus.
That is a sport.
Is it?
Sorry, I fucked up. Well,
Is
that's
it?
like the original sport.
You're right, but it's so
Like,
so
isn't
funny.
that like wasn't that in like the Roman? Like that's from
It was
the
the original
original
sport.
Olympics.
But
You know?
dude, it's throwing a metal frisbee. I mean, it's not.
How heavy?
I feel like it's like 8 pounds or something.
So it's like a heavy frisbee.
It's a heavy metal frisbee, and all you do, you don't like break a sweat really when you like go to the practice. It's
How do
it's
you
a sport-
practice that? Like what?
What do you think?
Lift one muscle, just your like.
You do the cable row
Yeah.
thing, you know, the thing that's like the cable fly. You do that a lot,
Right.
and you do like chest, and
Were
then
you
you just
good?
throw. I was okay,
Yeah.
and then I was like, it just got boring, obviously.
Right, like you just do that over and over again.
Yeah, and I just remember being like, you do it in the middle of the field, and then there's because it's track and field,
Right.
obviously, and you do it in the middle of the field, and the kids who are on the track team who are like actually good at it are like
Right.
running around the field, and you're throwing this giant disc, and you're like, you know, you're almost
Just don't
killing
want to hit them, right?
Yeah.
It
What
is
about you?
interesting that I played sports in high school, but no one was looking at me like, get them out there. You know,
Right,
like,
right.
like that's the plight of tall.
Sure,
is
of
like,
course.
You just get looked at and they're like, no, just go. I don't
Yeah.
care what. And then they get mad at you that you're
So mad.
if you're not into it.
They're just
And-
mad all the time.
Right. It's funny that the disc is just basically a drinking game. Like it is like that's like
Yeah.
that would be something that's like, okay, whoever can throw this disc the longest,
Yeah.
doesn't have to drink or whatever.
That's so true. It is like frisbee golf,
Right.
almost. I mean, it's very close to frisbee. It's just like distance frisbee golf.
Let's get into the complaints. You ready?
I'm ready.
JTrain podcast at gmail.com,
Boom.
JTrain podcast at gmail.com. Here with Luke Mones at Luke Mones on all platforms except for YouTube. Luke
you.
Mones Comedy on YouTube.
Thank
go,
you.
Go, go. Luxury Lounge, RSVP dates.
Ooh.
I'm feeling irrationally annoyed by my husband's aunt texting me as a reminder to RSVP to a bridal shower 5 days prior to the requested response deadline. Why include RSVP dates on invitations if you're going to hunt down the guests before we have even reached the deadline? And moreover, why send reminder texts 5 days prior and not just straight up ask for the response if you've already gone through the effort to make an outreach? To top this off, I already sent the bride a gift off the registry that has been delivered. Do people really send gifts this far in advance who are planning to attend your shower? The estranged cousin-in-law who has no intentions to attend the bridal shower. What do you think of this complaint?
Well, I'm always wondering, like, when you when you buy a gift on the registry, doesn't it not get delivered until a certain time anyway?
I don't think so. I think once it gets bought, they're sending it right out. I think.
Oh, well then, because I was almost like, this isn't valid, because I thought that sometimes it doesn't.
Maybe. I wouldn't know enough, but I think the gift thing is like, they've gone down the rabbit hole at that point. To me,
Totally.
like the idea that like, oh, they got the gift, they should know I'm not coming. No.
Right.
No.
Right.
Let's start the original complaint.
Sure.
No, let's not go down the road of, well,
Yes.
the gift was sent, so that should be the clue to the treasure of Azkaban. Like
Right.
enough.
Right.
The real issue here is you sent an invitation, you put a date there. When that date passes, then you can be nudgy nudge Steen and be like, where's your RSVP?
Right.
Until that date, let everyone live their life.
100%. I mean, any nudge prior to the deadline is, I think, criminal.
I agree, but in the most criminal part is you can't go back at the nudge. Because what they're doing lives in the land of morality of like, oh, no, I'm just reminding you. It's like,
Yeah.
And if you look at them and go, hey, what the fuck? You put an RSVP.
Right.
That's when I'll answer by. And
Right.
then they go, whoa. I'm just sending reminders. It's
Right.
like, maybe you have too much time on your hands. Maybe you're thinking about me too much.
They have all the time.
Right. And then what they're doing is, I don't like when someone, because I can tell this aunt is going, you know who I haven't heard from yet? cousin Lucy.
Yeah.
And you go, oh my God, like they have a campaign out there that I'm some lazy person. It's like, no.
Yeah.
Because no one in that conversation goes, well, what was the RSVP date? They go,
Totally.
well, it's in. Well, she sent a gift. Wouldn't you think that maybe because they're thinking they sent a gift. Well, maybe they forgot the RSVP.
Yeah.
And
I think it's the perfect time for people to sort of put their projections, like, sort of actualize their projections on other people. You know what I mean? It's the perfect time to be like, well, Lucy's like a. She's lazy. She doesn't do stuff.
Right.
I'm gonna really give her the full court press because this is the time to do it. This is the time where Lucy needs to step up.
Right. I have the opportunity because of this looming date.
Exactly.
To call them out on something I've always thought of them.
She's always wanted to call. And again, it's like you said, like they have all the time in the world. This is the very important thing to them or to their kid. And it's like, now they're going to get super energized by this and they're going to make your life hell.
This is as honest as this aunt has ever been with you.
Right.
And it's an insult. They
Huge.
go, that I do not trust this, it's your husband's aunt. So that means this aunt has an opinion of you.
Yeah.
That they don't trust you to
Yeah.
get the RSVP done before the deadline.
Yeah.
I know you didn't come here for this information, but we're telling it to them right now.
Totally.
This aunt can't stand you.
Yeah. You need to cut her off.
I'm just saying. Well, to me, the aunt has just revealed themselves.
100%.
They don't trust you. They don't like you. They think you're always late. And I don't know what you do with that information. Maybe you just stop talking to this aunt. I don't know.
Now, the other thing is, and this kind of goes into the wider conversation of the wedding invitation and the save the date, right? Where it's like, I don't know if a save the date was involved here, but a save the date is almost like the pre-RSVP. It's like a pre-nudge.
Right. It's the aunt call of invitations.
Right. And so I'm wondering, like, if there was a save the date involved, then an invitation with an RSVP, then I'm like, you gotta.
Why are you slow to this?
Exactly.
That's what the aunt's thinking. But at that point,
I'm not trying to side with the aunt.
But the aunt put a date on the card.
Right.
The text is almost like there's a lack of trust there.
100%. You don't have to reply to us. I don't think you, many cases, reply to a save the date. But
no,
the aunt has now sent. Yeah, no, you know what? I'm siding with the writer here. I think 100%. I don't like this. I don't like this aunt.
JTrain podcast at gmail.com. JTrain podcast at gmail.com. Here with Luke Mones at Luke Mones. Luxury Lounge. Dog poop problems.
Mm-hmm.
Jared, an esteemed guest, all the feathers. I love everything you do. I finally experienced something tonight that left me fuming to the point I just had to write in. I work as a server bartender, which means I get home to my apartment complex at midnight or later. I have a small dog who is the best companion I can't imagine life without. However, getting home exhausted from work and having to walk my dog in the middle of the night is always the last thing I want to do after a night of constantly being on my feet, but something I accept as a dog owner. Tonight I came home from work, took off my non-slip work shoes, threw on a pair of comfy flip-flops to walk the dog. Imagine the relief of my aching feet. Within seconds of getting outside for her walk, I instantly smelled something so awful instinctively lifted my foot to take a closer look. I stepped in the biggest fucking pile of dog shit that I literally threw the flip-flops away in a garbage bag when I got back to my apartment.
Huh.
It's a lot of shit.
That's a lot of shit, yeah.
That's how unsalvageable they were. They were rainbow flip-flops, too, not cheap. I was beyond livid. I had to take the one shoe off and walk barefoot the rest of my dog's walk, or risk having dog shit squished between my toes with every step. I'm so angry at the awful pet owners that literally don't take 2 seconds to pick up their dog's poop, and I'm unsure of any solutions. Thank you for the safe space to vent. Sincerely, sick of this shit. Great sign-off.
Great sign-off.
What do we think?
I mean, this person is totally in the right. I will say it's an extreme reaction to throw away the sandals. I'll tell you right now, I could get the poop off those sandals.
Right. I think rainbow, you can send them back. They're supposed to be like unbreakable.
Yeah.
And they can send you a new one.
Send them the box with just, but it sounds like it's mostly poop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have a dog?
No, I had a dog as a kid, but she made tiny little poops. But I've stepped in dog poop before, for sure. But I've stepped in dog poop in like Jordans that I had to put in the laundry,
wash,
and they were never the same.
Yeah, these dog people have gotten out of control. I think my issue is a dog person's never wrong.
Right.
They never accept blame.
Right.
It's always the dog and not them.
Right.
A dog person. And if you say, hey, what the fuck? They go, oh, you hate dogs? And
right. You're a
I
bad
hate
person.
You.
Yeah, exactly.
So I go to a coffee place, Blackstone. They're on the corner of Hudson. Mm-hmm. Love it there. They're next to a vet. Mm. So you have a lot of dog people kind of show up around this coffee place. So, and they're at the vet. They're at a stressful time. I'm sitting in the chair. There was a woman. Her dog just comes up to me and starts licking me. And she goes, oh, he's just playing. And I'm like, and I looked at her. I didn't say anything. I just looked up in disgust, the way you look at people who crack their knuckles. Oh. I go and I look at her and she like sees that I'm not into this.
Yeah.
Pulls the dog away, and I'm just never say anything. She goes, I'm sorry. It's like, that's not enough.
Right.
A thing just came up and licked me because you weren't on patrol. Like, I need more.
I agree.
Out of her.
Get
like,
me a coffee.
Right. Can I get
settlement.
you anything? Like, and then it becomes, oh, you had a bad experience with dogs. No, I'm having a bad experience with you, the person who owns the dog.
Right.
And I don't know if...
Control your beast.
Right.
Yeah.
And I do understand, like, maybe she's used to people liking her dog. But it's like, you have to assume everyone wants nothing to do. I live through life.
Yeah.
Assuming everyone wants nothing to do with me and my thing.
Yeah, of course. No touchy. No touchy.
No nothing.
Yeah.
Excuse me. I'm sorry to interrupt.
Yeah.
I'm doing that. Excuse me.
Of course.
Just sorry. I'm always apologizing.
Of course.
The lack of that from dog people.
It's unbelievable.
Is just what it shocks me.
Yeah, they kind of having the dog for a lot of people sort of breaks that bubble of decency where they're like, well, I have this animal now and everybody loves dogs, so I'm just going to be able to do whatever I want, and it's sickening.
And then I watched another woman. I was in an elevator. I actually, at first I was like, I didn't like the woman, but I actually respect her now.
Okay.
I'm in an elevator. Woman has her dog. This woman comes in the elevator, sees the dog, is like, oh, and starts petting it. And then the woman with the dog looks at the other woman who tried to pet her dog and goes, the dog doesn't like to be pet. Oh. And I was like, and at first I was like, how do you speak for the dog? How do you know? Yeah. But that was someone with like, there are boundaries here. It goes both ways. And I respect her now.
I do too. I think you gotta, with a stranger, 9 times out of...
But if it doesn't go that way, we can't expect it both ways.
Right, so I think you have to say, can I pet your dog? Right. But if the dog is doing what it did to you, you can pet the dog.
Right,
and you don't have to ask.
Totally different.
That's the only time, I think.
But, you know, even if you want to pet the dog, if the dog comes right up to you, I think other people doing that is why they go, oh, yeah, everyone likes it.
That's true.
Do you know what I mean? Like...
Yeah, that's true. Even if you ask,
Even if you ask, I don't know. It's like, I just think we need... I don't know. And it's not even that I don't like the dog. That's the thing. I'm more bothered by the human.
Of course. I think you're bothered by the person not having a basic respect for other people.
JTrain podcast at gmail.com. JTrain podcast at gmail.com. Here with Luke Mones. We all love weddings, but between gifts, flights, and hotels, things can easily add up. One of the best feelings ever is knowing you have an amazing go-to outfit already in your closet. That's where Indochino comes in. Save money and skip the stress of last-minute shopping with Indochino's custom-fitted suits that look incredible without breaking the bank. You can customize every detail of your suit, shirt, dinner jacket, and more. You could add a monogram, a statement lining, and even pick your lapel shape for a totally custom experience. I am so in favor of what Indochino's doing because you're spending this money anyways. Okay, you're going to go, you need a suit. You need one. You need a shirt, you need pants, you need it all. And again, the prices, they're competitive. Would you rather off the rack for something that might fit today but not tomorrow, that fits a little bit, or do you want something custom made to be on your body. And, you know, no brand out there can compete with custom fit. No brand will fit you better than made for you. And that's where Indochino comes in. And that means you're going to have a better time. You're going to be comfortable. The pants aren't going to be snug. They're going to be made exactly to hug your every crevasse. If you want an entirely custom wardrobe, Indochino does casual wear too, which, again, this is great. They're always adding new pieces and options. You can stay on top of the trends and create an entire closet of clothes that work for you. RSVP... Ooh, we're back to RSVP.
Wow.
RSVP, knowing you've got the perfect look all wedding season long from Indochino. Go to Indochino.com, use code JTrain to get 10% off any purchase of $3.99 or more. That's INDOCHINO.com, promo code JTrain, Indochino.com, promo code JTrain. Dryer user complaint. Jared and guests love hearing all the complaints that roll in. Here's one on behalf of my sister, Jean. Okay. She lives in an apartment about 5 minutes away from my other sister, Anne, and her husband and 2-year-old. They have a huge house, but for some reason are yet to purchase a dryer.
No dryer. Washer?
Washer, no dryer.
You got to wonder, are they doing the hang dry like the 1950s?
Right.
Or are they taking the clothes to a laundromat to dry them?
It's...
Bless you.
Thank you. It's insane. I don't even... In what world do you go, I'll buy the washer, we'll get the dryer later?
I mean, I can't even imagine. What I'm picturing, I'm like, logically, they're probably hang drying, but now I'm picturing Jean loading a big pile of wet clothes into her station wagon.
Why? Just that's how she lives.
That's how she lives. She's going.
Well,
I'm going to take these.
Anne.
Anne. Okay.
And her husband and the 2-year-old. You have a 2-year-old and no dryer.
I'm imagining Anne. Yeah.
Send over parental services. Send over
Right.
Take away this kid. You
Yeah,
have no
of
dryer.
course. Yeah. At least you got to get the dryer before the kid. I think. I'm imagining her putting the wet clothes on top of the car in that thing that people put skis in.
Yes.
And then taking them to a laundromat and drying them.
Jean can be a bit of a recluse. Loves her alone time and doesn't care for a drop-in by friends or family. I don't think anyone likes a drop-in.
No.
By anybody.
But I mean,
If
she like a
anything-
dryer.
Well, if anything, when you get a drop-in,
Yeah.
you go, oh, okay. You're mad, and then you go, okay, at least it's someone I like. If you like the
Yeah.
drop-in, you're initially mad.
I don't love this thing of like, yeah, my sister doesn't like when I show up in the middle of the night without calling. It's like, yeah, of course she doesn't.
Right.
She's living her life. She has a 2-year-old.
From time to time, Anne will give no notice when she needs to use Jean's dryer, including the other week when my nephew was sick during the night and after washing his sheets at her house, dropped into Jean's to use the dryer, only to leave a waft of puke throughout the apartment. They don't offer to pay or help out for using the dryer, which is fine, but drives Jean mad knowing they have this beautiful big home but are yet to fork out a few $100 just to buy one instead of coming into Jean's private space and sometimes leaving it to smell. Jean feels it's way too petty to bring up and just deals with it by complaining to me. Thoughts, high and dryer. Love that sign up.
Great sign. I mean, these people are genius with the sign-offs.
Love it. What do you think of this issue?
I mean, I think it's crazy. I think it's a worthwhile investment to get a dryer. The fact that you have, I've never heard of this. I can wash my clothes at my house, but I need to dry them at your house. It's
crazy.
I think it's one of the craziest things that we've come across all year in humanity, not just here on the podcast. I think this is somebody who is if they're capable of this, what else are they capable of?
Here's the thing. I also don't agree with their sister being like, it's too petty. No, it's not too petty.
It's not petty at all. Communicate.
Yeah, and this is also why they're doing this is like, oh, they have a kid. This is what we do.
Right.
Oh, they got a 2-year-old. Life is tough. No. You have a 2-year-old. Get a fucking dryer.
Exactly.
It's
Exactly.
Playtime's over. We're not the... And here's the thing. They probably don't have a dryer, and they love not having a dryer. They love that this is a personality point. They love that it's interesting.
Exactly.
You have a washer and not a dryer?
Yeah.
This is all part of their personality.
Right.
And they're making it your problem so that they can be these types of, hippy dippy, we're not dryer people. It's like, now you are. You got a kid.
Yeah.
Start saving for college. It's over. We're done with your fun personality.
Right. We're done with you putting the pillowcases on a line in your yard.
Right. You lived a certain way that you thought was cool.
Right.
I've created a whole personality for
Of course.
these people.
It's not the Civil War, all right? We're in 2023. You got to dry your clothes.
It's time to dry.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It's so interesting to me because like I know this person, oh, we got the kid, but we're still living our cool life.
They're bohemian.
No, I don't want this bohemian. No. You get a washer, you get a dryer, you put on a suit, you go to the office, you drink your coffee black, it's over. You're done. We're not doing Woodstock anymore. You're going into an office Monday through Friday, and you're going to hate your life like the rest of us. Okay? It's done. You're buying a dryer. Send them this. Yeah, I'll speak right to these assholes.
Clip it.
You're done with your hemp shirt. You put on a nice shirt. You wear a tie. Like I just don't understand. No dryer.
Well, they're trying to have it both ways. They're going, hey, we don't dry our clothes. We hang them outside, or we take them to my sister's place in a damp bag. Oh, but we're totally cool with having Tide Pods.
Right.
And washing.
That's the thing.
You're sick.
These are sick people.
Yeah.
You gotta go, and I would have an intervention with your sister. Listen. This is the sister writing in on behalf of the other sister, Jean.
Yeah.
I would have you and Jean get together for coffee.
Yeah.
Invite the other sister, Anne, to the coffee, and I would say, Anne, come over. We're all having coffee, and then you sit down and you go, and she goes, do you have any oat milk? No. Black coffee. It's time to grow up.
And it's cold, by the way. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're not heating it up.
No. And then, this is good. This is good. I like, did we lose somebody? I like what you're saying.
Yeah.
No, this is good.
Yeah.
It's all metaphors.
Sure.
So you serve her the coffee.
Yeah.
She goes, oh, this is delicious. Do you have any oat milk? No. Drink your coffee.
Yeah.
And then she picks up and she goes, wait, it's cold. And you go, right. Only halfway there, huh?
Oh my God. Dude. This is crazy.
It's great.
You've just changed the whole game.
Right. And then she goes, what do you mean? And you go, it's coffee, but it needs to be hot. Just like a washer needs a dryer. And then let it sit. Don't say a word.
Yeah.
And then she goes, are you guys kidding me? Like she'll say, is this a joke? No. This isn't a joke at all.
Right.
It's time to grow up. Get the fucking dryer.
Get the dryer. It's over.
It's over.
This is an intervention.
Right. And it's like, what it is, again, to like, my empathetic side is like, oh, this is my nice thing. I get to spend time with my sister.
Right.
How about we arrange for different times?
I'd say, like, why don't you come over for a barbecue? How about instead of coming over in the middle of the night to wash your dirty underwear?
Right. I could have been fucking.
That's right. I could be fucking right now. I could be.
You're ruining my life. I'm living alone. I don't have a significant other because I'm afraid if I bring someone home, you're going to be here washing sheets.
With your puke sheets.
Yeah. JTrain Podcast.
Yeah, exactly.
JTrain Podcast at gmail.com. JTrain Podcast at gmail.com. Here with Luke Mones at Luke Mones. Luxury Lounge. Too many people in the office, not enough work. Jared, I write to you as I try to look busy. Despite a lack of work, I've got a problem with too many people in the office. Good for my company hiring more people and whatnot, but keep them away from me. I already totally slack off Monday through Friday to try and be busier. Tuesday and Thursday. I already totally slack off Monday and Friday to try and be busier for Tuesday through Thursday. So they have so little work to do that they're like, Monday and Friday are my fuck around days, and Tuesday through Thursday are my do work days. But don't need any more eyes seeing me reading articles or more hands to do the lack of work. More work doesn't mean more pay. So I'm not raising my hand to let people know how little I do. Let the newbies come in and I'll, quote unquote, work at home in perpetuity. Best inactive in office. What do you think?
I think this is the height of luxury. I mean, you're talking about one of the best problems anybody could ever have. I mean, if I were you, I would figure out a way to stay in this job forever. I would ask for a demotion. I would say, you can pay me less. Just let me continue in this amazing thing. I mean, I've never heard of somebody live your life. Do whatever you want.
They need more games and podcasts.
Yeah.
And like, I like the crossword puzzle. I've gotten into the crossword. Yeah. Love it.
Love the crossword.
I use the autocorrect from like Wednesday till the rest of the week.
Sure.
But Monday and Tuesday, I'm doing it.
You're raw dogging.
I'm raw dogging. That crossword. I love it. It takes up a part of the day. I'm not on my phone.
Yeah.
I am on my phone, but I'm not on like apps. I'm like freeing my mind. There is nothing worse than trying to look busy. I used to do it Well, I remember when I was pledging my fraternity, what I would do is if you didn't look busy, they'd ask you to do something.
Right.
So like I would do, if I ever saw someone, I would just start looking at the wall. And I would go like this. I would hold my hand to the wall as if I was like looking for structural issues.
You're like a guy who works on the Death Star in Star Wars. You're just kind of like pressing buttons and things.
Just pressing buttons. Yeah. And no one ever asked me to do anything because I'd be like, it always looked like.
Yeah, you're like, is this a load-bearing beam?
What's going on? Yeah. Like, if you just do this.
Kind of knocking things.
Right. If you just look up at a wall like that, and just look around.
Yeah, squinting.
People think you're doing stuff.
Honestly, I just thought maybe you worked for the building or something just now.
And honestly, you can only do that for so long. You can only do it when people walk by. So, like this person, you need something like this.
Yeah, you need to become a guy who's sort of... You need to become a guy who's touching the wall or touching like a pole and being like, we need to get all this out.
Right. And I do understand where these new people come in and you're like, oh, wait, they're not used to my look of not working my look of working that's actually not working.
And as someone who has fucked around and done nothing at a lot of jobs, I can say when you have a new person coming in to the situation and they want to work, they disrupt your flow, and if some of these new people are gonna sing, you need to fix that problem. Right, you need to figure out a way to get them out of the office.
Right, you gotta get out, or make allies. Because
make allies, exactly.
No, but you're right. There's nothing worse than new here energy because they want to impress. Yeah. They want to make it. They want to do things. Hey, have you done that before? Help me do this. And you go. You just need to honestly with the new people. You gotta sit them down and go. Here's how it works here.
Yeah,
we don't do anything Monday and Friday. Okay, here's the deal. Hey, we're gonna look like we're working Monday and Friday. Like you do have to sit them down and hey, here's what's gonna be. You're gonna look like you're working Monday and Friday. Tuesday through Thursday, we're doing the crossword.
Right.
A lot. Okay? I'm going back in the backlogs. I'm not doing much here. You need to sign on for my level of work and keep this fake train rolling.
Yeah, I remember I had a temp job this is 6 or 7 years ago, and a girl came on to work as a fellow temp, and she figured out that I didn't know how to use Excel, and then when I was just kind of just typing things, and she was like, so what part are you entering? And I would be like, you need to stop. You're asking too many questions.
Hey, what did you enter there? I'm going to need you to stop right now. Okay? I haven't entered one thing at this job.
It's been 4 months, and I'm taking a 4-hour lunch here.
Right. You got to level with people. This is the thing. The new people, you got to level with them.
Yeah.
Hey, we don't do a lot here. This guy who owns the company, he just keeps paying us. We don't know. Crazy. He's from a lot of money. He doesn't give a shit.
We got a good thing going here.
Don't ruin this with your hard work and good attitude.
Yeah, these kids, they're fresh out of school. They're like, how can I move up in the company? Nobody moves up.
No. Well, that's another problem. Is no. You didn't know adults all hate their lives?
We hate our lives.
And our whole thing is trying to do as little as possible for as much money as possible.
Of course.
That's the goal.
Why do you think we're here?
JTrain podcast at gmail.com. JTrain podcast at gmail.com. Here with Luke Mones. At Luke Mones on all platforms except for YouTube, where Luke Mones, the accountant, has that page.
That's right.
So it's at Luke Mones Comedy. Luxury Lounge. Too much water pressure.
Huh.
This is, I don't know how I'm going to agree with them.
I feel really, I'm shaking.
I don't know how I'm going to do it because I want that shower to tear my skin off of me.
I couldn't agree with you more. I'm right there with you. I'm up your alley.
I want it to be so pressure filled that I live in fear of the shower.
I want could not agree more.
Scratch me.
I want a bruise. Yes. I want it to be like I
want it to dominate me.
Yeah.
Yes.
Fire hydrant in like a Spike Lee movie. That's what I want.
Like on a hot day, they turn it on and people run it. Yes.
That's what I want. I want just full pressure. I want 5-alarm fire. The big fucking like the fireman felt hose thing.
Right. I totally agree. I recently moved to Chicago and I'm in a luxury building downtown. Love everything about the apartment except for the water pressure. I didn't know I was signing up to be blasted by water jets from my shower head in every faucet. The pressure's so high that it's next to impossible to wash my face in the shower without pain. It will also blast my shower curtain out of the very deep tub if I'm not careful while trying to deflect the blast. I can't turn the water down.
Deflect the blast? What is this, Star Wars? What are we doing?
I can't turn the water down as the faucet is designed in a way where it has to be all the way to get warm. So they can't like do a half turn. The kitchen faucet is the same. God forbid I try and rinse a spoon or do more than slightly touch the tap. The whole kitchen and myself are soaked. For the cost of the rent and all the other fees associated with the building, you'd think there would be at least an option within the appliances where I don't have to worry about blasting off a few layers of skin to simply shower. An unnecessarily exfoliated betch. What do you think of this?
I think that this person sounds like they have bird bones.
Right. Just paper bones.
Yeah, it sounds like they're just like, oh, my fingers are broken. I mean, can you not hold a spoon under a strong faucet? I would love this problem. If I had this problem, all my other problems would go away.
Right. Well, here's the problem. If you've experienced no water pressure,
Yeah.
you can't understand the too much pressure issue. Because one is so much worse than the other. It's like, would you rather be, hot at night or cold at night? It's like, I'd rather be cold because I can always warm up.
Of course.
Can't
cool down.
It can't cool down. There are people out there that are like, no, I'd rather be hot at night. I hate being cold. And I'm like, we don't live on the same planet.
Right. You don't know what it's like to be a human being in the world.
Well, that's kind of what I think. You and I are looking at this complaint going, I don't know. I can't. It's so hard to agree with them because you go, listen, I get it. The pressure's too much. You don't like it. But like you're living with someone maybe who's like, this is the real issue. Everyone if you live with someone, they fucking hate you.
Right.
Because they're going, you're going to ruin a good thing. Because your roommate goes in that shower and is like, I've never loved anything more in my entire life than the pressure in the shower.
Yeah.
Someone loves it.
Exactly. You're like, why is my roommate taking 6-hour showers?
Because they're in heaven on earth.
They finally found something they enjoy.
And you keep coming out going, it's like, to me, it sucks. I agree with this person. It sucks. Because you are just so on the wrong side of history that everyone's talking behind your back and thinks you're a crazy person. Of
course.
It's like the person that's like, there's too much food. And you're like, how about you shut the fuck up because they're going to take away the food? What are you talking about? Like, okay, well, that's not an issue here.
Right.
No, the pressure's too much. Like if I was your roommate, I'd be like, if you say a fucking word.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, shut the fuck up. We should set up the exfoliated bitch betch. We should set up the exfoliated betch with the person before who thinks they're working too much.
Right.
And these people would get along great with each other.
They would get along great, but also, they have to have a similar talk. Like,
right.
The person at the office is like, hey, what are we doing today? How about you shut the fuck up?
So true.
We got keep it down. We got a good thing going. And then the same thing, their roommate's going, oh, this pressure's too much. It's like, because here's what happens.
Yeah.
You tell the super, and the super goes, oh, you're right, it is too much. They turn it down, and then they go all the way down.
Yeah.
There's going to be no perfect pressure.
Yeah, the only thing there's a couple of things where I guess I can empathize. One is the heat thing where it's like, if I turn it down, then the heat goes away. I get that, but then it's like, maybe just get a different shower head. It's not impossible.
If I was living with someone.
Yeah.
Who was like, I got a new shower head. That pressure was too much.
Yeah.
I would be like, we're divorced.
Oh yeah, you're out of the apartment.
I'm moving. I gotta get out of here.
Yeah, you'd dump their drawers out like a breakup in a movie out the window. Yeah.
JTrain podcast at gmail.com. JTrain podcast at gmail.com. Michelle, we got time for one more. What do we got? One more. Okay. I like this one. This one I really liked. Not every backpack needs to serve every purpose. Jared, feather. Let's get right to my complaint. Why are all backpacks now made with a laptop sleeve? Yes, I understand and appreciate the sleeve for backpacks designed for work and travel, but even diaper bags? I'm a new mom, and it was impossible to avoid the laptop sleeve when selecting a diaper bag. The sleeve adds bulk and is a compartment that serves no use. If I'm out lugging my baby, there is no way I also want to lug my laptop and or try to do work on my laptop. Not every backpack needs to serve every purpose. Let's keep the laptop sleeves for travel and work. Thanks for heating me out. New mom trying to stay sleeveless. I love this email. And
yeah, me too.
Because the laptop sleeve in the baby bag is almost like it's judgy.
It's crazy. I can't believe that that's a thing. I had no idea. This is the first. I think this is the first writer today that I'm completely in lockstep agreement with.
Because it comes from this, like, the person who made it is like, you're a mom, you can do it all. It's like, no, you can't.
Right. This the backpack is saying to you, maternity leave is over. Get back to the office,
right?
And bring the diapers if you have to.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's all from this like hustler world of like, I'm going to be a mom and I'm going to start a company and I'm also going to have my side hustle and I'm going to take care of, sick kids in Africa. And it's like, enough already.
Right. Just
leave this person alone. Let them have the diaper bag.
Right.
They're dealing with someone else's poop.
Right.
You don't need
That's
to.
enough.
What are you going to be changing a diaper and then typing your novel that you're writing on your left hand? What's going on?
Keep the MacBook Air out of the situation. Let her wipe the shit and throw the diaper away.
It all comes from that meme. There's a picture. This is who I blame. I blame this one picture. It's on the internet. Shelby, maybe you can find it. It's a woman. It's the back of a woman. And she has a messy bun. She's holding a baby. And she's also cooking something. And it's like, she's like the Rosie the Riveter of like, new age millennial mom
having it all
yeah, and she's got great hair. So it's like there's a lot of like women who will pose like, if this ain't me in 10 years this is gonna be so me, or if this ain't me, I don't want to be here at all. And you're like, this was a photo shoot.
Right.
Her hair got done.
Right.
The baby isn't hers.
Right. It's not a real baby.
There's nothing cooking on the stove. This is an impossibility.
Right.
You are not going to get there. Why would we do this to our psyches to make us even think that we're failing by not getting there? Because it's not possible.
Yes.
You're not going to use the laptop after changing the baby. You're going to take 100%. A nap when the baby takes a nap.
Yes.
Because you can get 4 minutes of sleep. Shelby, did you find this? There's several.
I can picture
but it's
it
one
in my
picture.
head.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Vaguely. This is like, I feel like this should be an open letter to Jansport.
Yes.
Or to, what's another big brand of backpack? Fucking
Which would be to the Gerber.
Gerber too. But Gerber's not making the backpacks.
Well, maybe Gerber needs to get in the business.
Bags, yeah. Or maybe Huggies makes a backpack.
Huggies got to make a backpack that's just like, this is for
straight diapers.
Just straight diapers.
Straight diapers. Maybe a bottle. Maybe a rattle. Maybe a fake phone. Babies love a fake phone.
They do love a fake phone. I'm looking for this. It's like a black and white picture. I can't find it. Someone will find it for us. But Shelby, if you can find it, maybe we'll post
it'll go here.
Post it on the video. Thank you for coming on, Luke Mones.
Thanks for having me, man. Very fun.
Everyone go follow Luke at Luke Mones. So funny, so hilarious. You're going to love him. I'm Jared Freed. We're here every Thursday in the lounge. Keep sending them in. JTrain podcast@gmail.com. We'll be back next week. Boom.